Hello everybody, my name is Faethodas. Here we are again with this guy here. This is the Great Alexander build, level 73, legendary difficulty, warden class. Of course, this guy has has completed the legendary journey through Ragnarok, also Act 5. And now I'm going to make a small gameplay video so you can see how this build plays. I will put a link in the description. If you haven't seen the build guide video and you are interested about this build, you can click the link in the description and go and check out the build. So, 1, 2, 3. Let's go! I will go to the final boss. Here we are, the boss is here. The final boss is quite challenging for this guy, and I will probably die. At least once. Let's go and let's see what happens. Okay. Okay. Let's go kill these 3 guys here. Nice. And now let's go to the boss. The problem with this boss is that as we can see in its first form, this form here, I don't really have any problems. My problems start at the second form. Because at that second form the boss has damage reflection. And I also apply bleeding damage, and when I apply bleeding damage over time to the boss, and it has active his reflection, this means that I apply bleeding damage also to myself. Let's go. Here we are. Oh. Here we go. Okay, I'm dying. Now this feels like a true boss fight because, you know, with many builds, we make many builds that are very powerful and they can kill the final boss or many bosses in a few seconds. And they don't really feel like bosses, those bosses, with those builds. But this one, now this feels like a true boss fight here. You missed! Yeah! Haha! I didn't die. Okay, as we can see, Great Alexander has a problem against this boss, but he can still defeat the boss without dying. You have to be careful when to use your skills and when to drink potions, actually, to survive against this specific boss. Other bosses are not that big of a problem because other bosses, at least some bosses, many bosses do not have damage reflection, and you do not apply the bleeding damage over time on them, and it doesn't get back at you because they don't have damage reflection, and my bleeding resistance is very low, minus 57%, so when I apply bleeding damage and it comes back to me, it kills me. Actually, I kill myself. Anyway, let's go somewhere else. Let's go Darklands. The bad thing with this build, of course, is that we don't have many cooldowns. Cooldown reduction we don't have cooldown reduction, and the Colossus form is very powerful. It helps very much this build. As we saw, I used it in that battle, the boss fight against the shuttle, and it kept me alive actually, because it also gives you strength and health and physical damage and damage absorption. It is a very powerful skill. Now I have to wait for this one to refresh, but it is okay. It doesn't really matter. I was successful. Zoom! Okay, I'm not going to have any problems here, I think. Axionos. Haha. Nice. Oh yeah. Kafir. There is one more boss fight here. Let me... I cannot become big. Actually now I can become big, but I don't think I need to become big. Parapam pam pam param pam 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 parapam. Yeah, okay. Master Sir Roba. Gloves of the Glade. Oh, Cuirass of the Gods. Yeah, but it is a bit useless, of course. Very nice stats when you see plus 10% total damage on your items. It looks great, but this is a very simple item and you cannot really use it to make a very powerful build. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's clear this area. There is a chest here. I'm going to see if this chest gives me something good. Zoom. And the chest opens. It is not a trapped one, but we get only yellow items and some gold. Bad luck, bad luck. Dun, 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 dun. I come to this area very often when I go to farm with not this character only, but in general with other characters. I come to this place very often because I like it. I don't know why. Come on. Naxinos, die. That was a very nice hit. And we get nothing. Let's use this thing. Oh yeah. Nothing again. Okay. Let's go to another place. Go Act 4 maybe. Ha! I don't have the portal, the waypoint of Olibos in Act 4. Wow, how did this happen? Let's go to Hades Palace. Let's go Elysium or Tower of Judgment, Plains of Judgment. Let's go here. This is a very, of course, terrifying area because we get ductiles. 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 I will not go down to Hades, I will just kill some enemies so you can see. I'm just showing you the build, how it performs against different types of enemies now. This is a very nice strategy. When you see many enemies in a place all together, you cast Steady Prey on them, it hits many enemies. Then you trigger them, they start coming at you, and when they are very close at you, you can use Shield Charge and hit them all together. And this is a very nice combination. Let's do it here again. Here. Something like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, did you see that? Study prey and then I hit all 4 of them with shield charge. That was a very nice hit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it feels awesome. This build feels awesome for some strange reason, I don't know why, but it feels awesome to play with. Of course, it is not the most powerful build out there. This build was not made to be the most powerful. I knew since the beginning that it could not be the most powerful build because it is a thematic build, I'm using the full set of Alexander's panoply. This is a powerful set, but it will not make your build the most powerful out there. Because this set consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. We have 10 item slots in this game. And yeah. We don't get much freedom to experiment with many items when we play with the full set. But still, it is very powerful, it is very capable of beating legendary difficulty, even Ragnarok. You know, this set exists in the game since the very beginning of Titan Quest. So it is awesome. Yeah. Let's see, do we have... If somehow I could get some attack damage converted to health, or at least life leads, you know, with Whirlwind is one of the best skills I could say, at least for melee builds, that you can use it with life leads and attack damage converted to health, because imagine that you use this skill on 5 enemies and you have life leads and you apply life leads on all of these 5 enemies. If the battle takes long because you don't have so good damage, life leads in this case will be a combat defining factor for becoming the victor of that combat, something like that, that battle. It could keep you alive actually. Chuck. Use this thing. Chuck, chuck. Okay, I didn't cast Study Prey here in this case. Low, 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 low. And of course, let's not forget that Whirlwind is also a movement skill. I want to open the chest. Let's see, will we meet a ductile here or not? Wow, mastery frequent, let's see. Wow, the worst mastery frequent item I have ever seen. Okay, where is the... There was no ductile here. We will probably meet ductiles further into the dungeon. This is not a dungeon, actually it is a palace. Nice. Oh yeah. As we can see, we cast skills all the time, we eat energy, skills cost energy of course. But we are okay, we don't have any real problem right now with energy. What is that? Nice. Let's go down here. Let's kill these enemies. Chuck! Bye bye. Okay, I will kill these enemies here in this small room or whatever this is, and I will go in another area to show you a little bit of gameplay. Where to go? Let's think where to go. Let's kill these guys here. Oh yeah. You cannot defeat Great Alexander the Great. Okay. Let's go somewhere else. One last area to show you different enemies, different types. Let's go Orient. Should we go Gusao Mountain? Let's go. Let's see, can I pass through this very narrow passage which leads to the mountain, into the mountain, and go without dying through this passage, because you know there are many spellbreaker here, and yeah, enemies, and if they use their spellbreaker skills I'm done for, so... I can see... Oh yeah! Ha ha ha! Okay. That was a great hit. Great hit! The Great Alexander deals great hits. Okay, here we have the Dragonians. This is going to be a nice test. Let me use this thing. Let me use this thing. Suck! Oh yeah, baby, yeah! Great Alexander! Haha! You are dead. And I'm not even using Steady Prey against these enemies now. Of course, Steady Prey is a super powerful skill. It is nice when you play hunting to use it somehow. Chuck! And this is how you go. As we can see, many different types of enemies. This build can prevail against many types of enemies. Now the problem is, of course, the biggest problem for this build is, as I said before, enemies that have damage reflection. Because in that case I apply bleeding damage on them, it comes back at me, and it kills me, or it helps my enemies kill me, because my resistance is super low, bleeding resistance. But as we can see, I have also other low resistances, this one, and this one, and but I still survive. This build is very good when it comes to survivability, except for this one, of course. And also the problem with these resistances, chuck, you use this skill here, rally, and it goes up 6270, so these are not really a big problem, if any at all. Chuck, 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 chuck. Ornamented chest, chuck. Use the skill, kill them all. Nice. Okay. Suck. And we also deal critical hits too often, as we can see. Many critical hits. The damage is not that big, of course, but it doesn't really matter because it still helps very much. And to think that I'm not even using Pedant of Immortal Rage. If we see the damage here, if I equip this one, it goes, whoo! Let me kill some enemies, yeah, with this item, Pendant. Yeah, as you can see, my damage has increased significantly. Po. Now the build becomes much more awesome, but it becomes much more vulnerable also. As we can see, it is very easy for me to die now. And I also lost access to Warweed because Warweed I get it from Myrmidon's Pedant. But as we can see now we deal much more damage. And also we can increase the damage even more by using the Adroit Loop in the place of Crest of Moronk. But if I do this, my resistances will get destroyed. Chuck. But check out the damage. Average damage 3565 with Adroit Loop on. Without Adroit Loop 3000. Let's go a little bit like this. That's it. Did you see that? Oh!
You can't hold anymore.
Legendary. Nice. From the bone pile, eh? As we can see, this build becomes super powerful when you equip Adroit's Loop and the Pendant. After all, this is a melee build. It deals of course lots of pierce damage because of the spear, because of the Apollo's wheel, but yeah, as we can see now it is minus 100% bleeding resistance. So if I go right now and I fight enemies with damage reflection and my bleeding damage comes back at me, it will kill me almost instantly. This is a huge problem. But this build feels awesome. I mean, if you plan on going and farming enemies that you know they do not deal any damage reflection, then you can equip Adroit Loop and Pendant and you start killing enemies super very fast. That's it. Super very fast. So you can, I have these items here and you can swap these items depending on the area that you are. Down, 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 down. Oops. Of course now we deal also more critical damage. Ho ho ho! They died very fast. Long live Pendant of Immortal Rage. And check! Bye bye. Nice. As we can see now with this combination of Adroit, Pendant of Immortal and Apollo's Wheel, we destroy enemies very fast. So guys, I will stop here this video. This is the gameplay of this build. Different enemy types, different combinations of items. The problem is the resistances, of course. I have the Apples of Eden, which gives 10 health flat regen per second and also 10 energy flat regen per second, which is super powerful, yeah, powerful and helpful. This 10 energy regen from this item is what makes this build work currently, because if you don't have energy to cast your skills, you cannot play this build. You can play this build, but you cannot really play this build. You lose the efficiency of the build, you cannot cast skills, you have to be drinking potions all the time, you have to spend gold to buy potions all the time. This is why I have so little gold here, because before I created this one, I had to be buying energy potions all the time and using energy potions. And that was a problem. But when I put this one here, my problem is solved. Let me equip back this one. I want to get resistances and war with skill. So this is it. I don't know, leave a comment below if you like this build. If not, if you have any ideas for any items that I forget now, or I haven't found and seen that I could use here. For example, only rings and amulets, but I don't think that there are many rings and amulets that would work better than these two here. For example, I'm not taking off Apollo's Wheel, this stays here forever. And if I find a second Apollo's wheel, I will put it here and I will try it, see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. Very soon I will see you with more live streams and videos, of course. Have fun whatever you do.